Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Angelika's Journal. On my back deck, just looking around the garden. On my last video, I think it was last Friday, I had mentioned that we may have to give up the garden, and it has turned out that we do. Due to unforeseen circumstances. The owner decided to increase our rent by $700. That's a large increase in one shot. So we thought about it, we considered it, and we've come to the conclusion that we can't afford to pay an extra $700 a month. And the place is not worth the extra $700. So we did a bunch of research and we, considered all options. So we are moving. It is now official. So I have been spending this past week downsizing. There's been a lot of things that we've gotten rid of, a lot of things that have been rearranged. So I'm kind of excited for the next adventure. I know it kind of sounds like I'm kind of sad, but the garden was a lot of work. It was a lot of containers, a lot of enriching the soil in the spring, and then it was the cleaning, the spring cleaning, and the maintenance of all the plants. And yes, I enjoyed it thoroughly, but you know what? If I just had the one section and not the side at all, I'd still be happy. You know what I mean? Like, you don't really need that big of a garden. So I still will be gardening probably. If we get a place with a balcony or a front deck, like there's some apartments that, you have a little patio in the front. So there'll still be some gardening, and I still have my seeds going indoors. So like flowers and herbs you can even do in the house. Maybe, yeah, even flowers, yeah, because it's the vegetables that a lot of them need to be pollinated, so they need to be outdoors, like tomatoes and cucumbers and peas and beans. But like lettuce, you can grow indoors. So worst scenario, I start growing herbs in my living room window. You know what I mean? So anyways, I just wanted to give you the update, and I'm going to show you what we've done this past week, all the changes. And I hope you enjoy this video. All right, I'll be right back. So this is what the garden looks like at this time. We have taken the 2 half barrels and the beige container that was there for the cucumber. We have taken it down, the trellis. We have dumped the 2 half barrels and the brown tote, and all the soil's now there on the ground. We just dumped it in place, so that's gone. If you remember, over here we had a whole row of sterilite containers for the zucchini, and then along here we had a bunch of Rubbermaid containers for the tomatoes. They have all been taken apart and dumped, and I'll show you where we dumped it, and also all the empty containers is still on the property. There were the old tires I used to use in the garden. If you go back to my first gardening video, I think it was a video of like 2 years previous, so probably 2021. You can see the tires in the garden. And last year I think we took them out last year. Well, we finally took them to the community cleanup, so they're gone now. And then that planter was over here. It was over here by the pathway, so we dumped that out. There was where that brown long container is, there was actually a Sterilite container there, and another one here, and another one right there. So those three are also gone. They were the bigger containers. And then right over here next to the deck, those two blue containers were here in the corner with the trellis for the peas. Well, that trellis is now gone. And then some of the containers that were along here are now over here on the side. They're here now, those containers. And then if you look beyond, there is a pile of fresh soil because we dumped the 2 half barrels that were here, one in the corner and one over here. They have been dumped into that area. Now we still have 2, 4, 6 half barrels to empty, but 4 of them have perennials like the raspberries, the grapes, and the rhubarb. Also the tower, this tower has strawberries, so those I'm not going to deal with right now. I just want to deal with any container that's annuals. Also, if you look over here, I don't know if you can see it on the camera, see this round black container? There's greenery. Well, that's my chives coming back from last year. They're perennial, so they'll keep coming back every year. So I don't want to get rid of that. Those 2 black ones I don't want to get rid of. They'll probably come up here. I just don't know what I'm going to do with this corner here, how I want to set up what I keep. And we will continue on that side. So that table here, I don't know if I'm going to put slats of wood on it from the wooden platforms that were here. See there, the brown grass? There was one platform there and one for the zucchini in the back. I might take the wood from that and make a new topper for that and then keep that. I'm not sure yet. That wouldn't take long. It would take maybe an hour or 2 and it would be done. It's not hard to do. This container that we won, I don't think we're going to keep it. I might put it out front for now, but when we move, I'll probably leave it. And then over there, there's the 2 tires, the smallest 2. My daughter wanted them. She might use them for her pugs. Give them an obstacle course in the backyard. And then those 2 white chairs are gonna go. And then there you can see 2, 4, 6, 7 totes of the Sterilite. That's the Sterilite. 2, 4, 7. And then the Rubbermaid is those containers. There's 2, 4, 5. So in total, that's 12 totes that we emptied. And none of it was in the backyard. We emptied it all in the front. And I will show you the front yard. We transported the totes on that wagon through the garage to the front. Some of these containers, like this one here, does not have any holes, so I'm thinking I might scrub them down and use them for moving. And then those 2 are my 2 mints, this one and that one. One's peppermint, one's spearmint, and that is strawberries, just like on top right there. That whole thing is strawberries. So that's what we got done so far. Now I will take you to the front and show you the front yard. So this is what the front yard looks like now. Those 12 containers, the Rubbermaid and the Sterilite, we were able to put it all in this area. And you can see on this side, there's still a little bit of a divot. But these are beautiful purple flowers. I think they're campanula. So we're going to leave it, let it settle. And then next weekend, we may put some more soil here once these have spread over to that area, because we don't want to lose them, right? They're so beautiful. And then we can still, because if you look at the land, the way it slopes that way down, see, it's at a slope towards the house. We're going to put some along there, so that the water will then slope away from the house. So we can still put a bunch over there. And then over here too, you can see there's a lip, and a lot of people trip over that lip. So we may put some soil over here too. So here on the deck, we still need to figure out what to do with this one, because we're not taking it with us. So I'm just checking with family if they want it. And then that desk has to be cut up and added to the wood pile. And I think that's basically the cleanup up here, other than bringing stuff from the garden up here of things that I would like to keep. And they're all going to be like these smaller containers. Because I don't know what size of a balcony or deck or whatever that we're going to have once we move. Then there's all this clutter. So we got the water table that needs to go. We've got the big wood pile that we need to cut up, either reuse, repurpose, recycle, or have a party and burn it in the fire pit, in the fire bowl, and then just make it into a party. I don't know. We'll figure it out. That long piece there is many layers of wood glued together. Sort of like a plywood, but it's not. I think it's a structural board or something. So that can't be burnt. We'll have to cut it up small and throw it in the dumpster. But all the other, as far as I know, everything's solid wood, so it can be burnt. There is some mesh. You can see some here and there from the trellises, some chicken wire that needs to be rolled up and disposed of. And then this is everything that was under my sink, the water table, I call it. So all that we have to figure out what we're keeping and what we're not, what, somebody in the family might want. And then we still have that to do too. And if I go around, sorry if I'm making you dizzy, but there is the stairs here too. This is where I kept all my herbs. So I don't know. I have to decide if I keep the pot. If it's broken, it goes in the garbage. If it's still good, I'll probably put it on the deck. And then at the end, I'll decide by my seeds that are inside what I'm going to keep and what I'm not going to keep. We also have this green fencing with the 3 fence. Are they fence posts? I don't know what they're called. They're posts. And then we put this on that post. I don't know what they're called, but we have to figure out if we're going to use it and have a free pile in the front yard, or are we just going to give it away, or I don't know. There's a lot of I don't knows right now. And so we still have all these containers. This pink one will probably go in the garbage because it's pretty old. That black one, these black round ones, I don't really want to get rid of if I don't have to. That brown one is pretty old. I don't know that I'm going to keep it. I probably will because it's not cracked. That one I will not keep. Well, maybe I will. I don't know. It's the tray that's next to it that leaks. I was going to use it indoors for my big plant, and I realized there's a crack in it. It leaks, and I found this out before I repotted that plant. So, good thing I discovered it early, and so the container is good for outdoors, but you can't use it indoors because it doesn't have a tray. And that one's another nice big round one. And then these little white buckets I'll probably get rid of because I have a whole bunch of plant pots. These two I want to keep. That red one is from my girlfriend. I'll probably keep it. And the blue one. So yeah, it's just figuring out, cleaning up. There's a whole pile of dead brush over there, which normally I would have dug that into the planters and enriched the soil with it, with that and sheep manure and perlite, you know, my routine. But since I'm not doing it now, I've got a big pile there. Yeah, so that's another. Anyways, I will take you inside and show you the one big project I did inside. Okay, so this is my craft room. And since we are going to be moving into a 2-bedroom apartment type of place, basically our office and our bedroom are going to have to be combined, because in a 2-bedroom apartment you've got your living room, dining room, kitchen, but usually you don't have any extra space for a desk. And Scott and I have separate desks, so Scott will have to put his in his bedroom and I have to put mine in my bedroom. And as you know, my craft room is pretty full, right? I got the 2 PAX cabinets, I've got the desk, and then I got this PAX cabinet, and then I even have more stuff on this wall. So let me show you what I got done. Whoops, tripod doesn't want to go through the doorway. All right, so in that closet, I got rid of a bunch of the hanging stuff in here. I tried on my clothes that's in the bedroom. I tried on the clothes that's here. I did a small box of clothes to donate. Now I've got another plastic bag, a big plastic bag. It's about, I don't know, it's not even halfway full, but it's a huge bag, 135 liters. Anyway, so I went through, got rid of a bunch of clothes. Then I pulled out everything that was up on that top shelf there. All the foam, which were like, I wanted to make cushions to sit on when you're outside on the deck, on the bench, because it's built-in bench, and everybody was sitting on the wood, and you know, it gets sore on your butt after a while. So I figured I'd make some cushions with that foam. Well, that was supposed to be this year's project, and I guess I don't need them anymore. So they're in the garbage pile under the big tree. The foam roll that was my mattress for camping when I sleep in the car. Yes, we have a trailer, but the last trailer I did not like sleeping in. So I just put the foam in the back of his car, and I slept in the back of his car and he slept in the trailer. But that's neither here nor there. Anyways, so the foam for my mattress is in the living room, in the process of getting done, and I'll show that to you on another video. But because I had cleared that whole shelf, everything got pulled out. The tool is going to donate. The foam mattress I'm working on. The other little foam pieces are in the garbage. And so because of that, I was able to empty the top shelf, because that cabinet is going to be out of here. So the top shelf's empty. I emptied the middle shelf um, a few weeks ago. So now the only thing left is the printer, which will go on this side table. Oh yeah, this side table had all the bins like these for my journaling. Well, they're no longer here. That whole thing I cleared off. This is because I'm in the middle of trying to rearrange some stuff. But this whole thing is empty. So my printer will go on that table. And then I should be able to empty that shelf. And then those two on the bottom, since I cleaned out my closet, those two can be stacked one on top of the other and put in the bottom of that closet. Like, I just have to move that stuff over. There is space because it goes around the corner. So I can always stick it right there next to the filing cabinet. And so then all my sewing would be in that closet. And then this cabinet's gone. And then my next project will be emptying this dresser here. It's called a hemnes. It's from IKEA. I need to empty it because I need to take it outside, sand it, and paint it. So that is going to become the TV stand when we move. And the TV stand, well, I got a whole shifting of furniture going on. So yeah, that closet, I had pretty much almost completely emptied it. So all the sewing stuff's on the top shelf, the little stuff. And then all the bigger stuff is on the bottom. Any clothing that needs sewing is hanging up. I think I have a curtain on a hanger in there too. And then I also have, I only kept 2 folding chairs right here. I had 6. So I kept 2 and the cot in case one grandchild sleeps over, 1 or 2. And then my step ladder is there. Other than that, there's nothing else there. Which technically I could put the cot and maybe the 2 folding chairs in my bedroom closet. So, yeah. Anyways, so that was another project that I got done. Yeah, so Friday I had posted that video. That means it was either Wednesday or Thursday last week where we got the notice. And the notice was a 3-month notice of the increase. So we have 3 months. And in those 3 months, not only do we have to downsize a 5-bedroom bungalow down to a 2-bedroom apartment, we also have to find a place that's within our budget. And then we have to move. We have no idea what we're going to as of yet. We're still looking, checking options. So I guess there'll be more update to come. But as I downsize, I will take you along to some degree. Like this room still has to be downsized so much more. Like I have all my hardware stuff up there. It used to be all contained within those 2 shelves. But then when I put all the wrapping paper and the shelving paper and all that up there, I needed it for that. So then I moved those totes over, those handyman containers over to that side. Because this hemnes, I'm going to have to turn it and stand it upright. So instead of lying down the way it is now, not hemnes, sorry, it's the calyx from IKEA. This calyx, instead of it having 4 cubbies this way, I'm going to have to take it and shift it so that it only going to have 2 and then 4 going down. And then all my papers have to fit in there, which is why I'm going to be updating my desk. This desk I'm going to get rid of, and I'm going to update it to one that has more space. Because right now I have the 2 shelves here, this one, and there's another one flush with the desk. Those 2 I'm not going to want to bolt to the wall when we move. I don't want anything in the walls or very minimal. So when I take those shelves out, my desk, like I had showed you on a previous video, it's only up until the black here. See this black mat? No, not even. Can you see that there? Hold on. Where are you? Yeah, see right here, the natural wood. So it's the black that's my desk. And it's not very deep. It's very shallow, which is why I had used the shelf as an extension. But I have another idea of 2 other furniture pieces that are identical that I can put back to back. And that way, there won't be any holes in the wall. It'll just be 2 furniture pieces back to back that are identical that will make my desk deeper. And then I don't need to put on the... And then I might put my wooden crates on top of my desk so that I have the cubby in the wooden crate and I have a shelf above it. And then I won't need these. So these 2 shelves will be out of here at that point. So there's a lot of shifting and rearranging. And yeah. So anyways, this video is probably getting long. I just wanted to show you that closet. I finally cleaned it out. Yay, me. Woohoo. Yeah. So once I get empty out this cabinet here and it's out of here, I will do a video on how I'm going to shift everything around in this room so that I have a bigger desk, but I also have more space. It's all muddling around in my head. I just got to go to IKEA and buy a couple more feet, which I think is for the 2 sets. I think it's like $20 or $30. But then it will elevate the one table so that the 2 of them are the same height. And then I can switch it out in here. Anyways, that's a future video. It's coming. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you to all of those who support me and who come back every week. Right now, the videos will be weekly until the move, or unless I get something that comes up that, you know, I can do a video on, and then you may get a bonus one. But right now, figure once a week, probably on a Thursday, Friday, Saturday kind of thing, like near the end of the week. I'll show you what we did that week in preparation for the move. Oh yeah, I still have all those up there too. Those seasonal decorations, the Christmas, the Halloween, the Easter, and then the red and green, red, green, Easter, Halloween, and Christmas. I still gotta figure those out too. I'm gonna have less space for decorations. I'm not gonna have the half wall anymore. So all those containers, I can downsize and get rid of a bunch of stuff. So that's another project for another day. Anyways, hope you enjoyed it. Please like, subscribe. Feel free to comment down below. I probably won't be looking at your messages as often as I used to. But I will definitely, when I post, I will go into my messages. So, you know, it might take a week for me to get to you. But I will answer any comments you put down below. Love to hear from you guys. Share it with a friend if you think they could get something out of it. And remember, do what makes you happy, and everything else will fall into place. All right, everybody, take care. Bye for now. See you on the next one. Have a good week.